I was selling bud at the time and pretending to drive Lyft. So yeah, I would just take 3 rides a day. That's all I would, and then I would just be doing deliveries all day. I'd be like, yo, what's up? You need me to stop by here? You need anything? Boom, just going house to house. But like obviously, I had my own little clientele, and I was doing that fresh out of college because I didn't want to go get a job that I was gonna learn to hate. So I was in the process of getting hired by what is it, Enterprise Rent a Car, and I was doing pretty good. I had made it through the third regional interview. I'm like, this is a job that guaranteed like 200 grand to start up, like a year, and I'm like, damn. I was like, I could be a regional manager. This is a different life. And I had been trying to chase this internship at brealtv the whole time, man. I was like, I was about to give it up, and then that day where I was like, fuck this, man. I was like, then it hit me back up. Whatever, let's go with corporate life, dog. I was like, we'll fucking build a clothing line at some point in the garage somewhere. You know, I was like, we got to get this money, dude. Yeah, like, I'm like 200. What is it? 200 grand. It's like we'll be on, dog. You know, I'm like, we'll be pretty good over the process of a year. And I got a call back from them, and I was just like, fuck it. Like, I had made a decision. I bit my tongue, and I said, I'm gonna take a chance on my dreams and like go with this non-paid internship at first. And it fucking took a good month for me to really, like, the whole fact of it setting that I did something for the greater good of my entrepreneur career. But at the time, I kind of hated myself because I really needed the money. You know what I mean? I really needed the money. I was fresh out of college. Like, my life and my career really didn't start. I didn't really start enjoying the fruits of my labor until as of like after COVID, which marked my 5th year into me being fully invested into my business, fully invested into the hustle, fully invested into all these things that I was doing. I wasn't 100% in just one thing, but throughout the whole time, I felt like it was going nowhere because I was watering 5 different plants. I was like, we're going to eBay store, we're going to this store, we're doing this shit, plus we're doing this entrepreneurship, plus we're doing food blogs, plus we're doing this. And every little thing, I'm watering these plants, and I'm like, yo, man, one day something's gonna come out of here. And for the longest, I would have that effect where I'm like, man, the fuck, nothing's coming out of the dirt. And sure enough, man, like, I really started to see a change on my 5th, 6th year. It's very true what they say, man. You take 5 years into something before you start seeing. And I mean, I want to tell you, man, it's like some of the juiciest fruits I ever fucking had, bro, because I'm like, yo, I went from like counting with my hand the amount of orders I would get a day, where like now I fucking, not that I bitch about it, but I'm just like, yo, I gotta, like, I've been packaging since 8 o'clock and it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm a little Amazon right now, you know? And to me, it's very satisfying, bro. Like, it's very satisfying to me, bro. It's like a different growing pain. Even when I get tired and I want to bitch about it, I just get happy about sleep. But I get so happy at the fact that this is some idea that in the beginning, a lot of people or your peers or your family will be like, this, you think this little bullshit story or bullshit, not in those terms, but this little bullshit idea is gonna pay off, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna work my ass off for it. When it pays off, man, it's big time, man. It's like I just was fortunate and, like, I guess smart enough to not just focus on just one thing, bro. I had so many things, so all these little things were getting watered at the same time, and it may have taken a lot, and it may seem like forever, but it's fucking great, bro. Like, I made a lot of the things that people said were not gonna work out for me pay off. The weed paid off, shit. It pretty much helps me pay my bills, and I don't have to risk my ass for it because it's legal and I work with these companies. The alcohol paid off, bro. I've made 4 beers for breal with different companies. I made 3 beers for myself. Like, to me, I'm just like, and I'm like, this is something that I love, bro. I was spending so much money at these beer companies every month and every week, going to breweries, like 2, 3, 4 years before I even knew anybody from a brewery. And I was just like, I wasn't making connections. I was just really loving it because I really did. And I'm like, hey, if I love it this much, imagine if I apply myself and try to get something in this lane. And that's how I ended up with the alcohol deal, where it was like, I kept meeting these people, kept networking, and then they're just like, hey man, like, you have a brand. If I didn't have a brand, granted, that's where it would have ended. I would have just been, hey, that's one cool dude that comes drink a lot. But it's like the fact that these people know you. I've always thought it's like, when people, so there's a lot of people, especially because my job seems, or my career seems like it's a lot of fun. You're like, yo, you're around weed all the time. You're like around beer. I was like, yes, but you guys everybody else thinks that this guy just smokes weed all day, but in the office, you know that I get to see hungry be real, pissed be real, sad be real, which is very rare, or like angry be real, like it's just different ones. And I'm just like, a lot of people just have this perception that like you're so lucky you get to be there around all these stars, but they don't see the preparation that goes to it and the hard work behind it. So I'm like, there is no such thing as lucky. Luck is where your hard work and preparation meet at the same time, and that's what creates your progression. So like, though, yeah, to the average person, it might seem like, oh, you're very lucky. It's like, no, lucky is me getting a scratcher out of the machine and hitting $1,000. That's lucky right there. You know what I mean?